silly things like take these large, extraordinary amounts of calcium that will block the calcium out and save your life. If you do something at the other extreme, which is to take a lower amount of calcium, say you just eat plant foods, rice, corn, oranges, potatoes, and so on, well, it will do, that gut walls will go out and reach out into that food supply, and it'll grab that calcium and pull that calcium in very efficiently into the blood, and it will always meet your calcium needs. Now, how do I know it always meets calcium needs? Because I have searched, the World Health Organization has searched, the United States government has searched for a single case of calcium deficiency caused by a low calcium diet. And we have all come up empty-handed. There has never been a case of dietary calcium deficiency ever reported in the world literature. There is no such disease. And yet, billions of people live on diets that contain no dairy products, no Tums, no calcium pills, and they grow normal adult skeletons. How could they do that? You wouldn't believe that would be possible if you listened to the dairy industry, the calcium pill industry, would you? But your own observations say that what they're teaching you cannot be true. So if you find a case of dietary calcium deficiency, in other words, not enough calcium in a diet causes the disease, I'm the first one that knows, please, so I get to report it in the medical journal and become world famous.
Question. You say that anyone that doesn't eat 3,000 calories a day is anorexic. Please explain. Your self-righteousness sickens me. Thank you. I never said that anyone who doesn't eat 3,000 calories a day is anorexic, but anyone who's scared of eating that much food, you know, I'd say they've got some eating issues going on. You know, I know a lot of people, you could chase them around the room with a 1,000-calorie meal, and they're like, I can't eat that, quick, go away, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm anorexic, I'm obese. You know, I'm like, it's just food, man, relax. You know, get your calories in from your healthiest sources, fruit being, you know, number one carb choice for human beings. Get enough calories in, live the passionate lifestyle, live the high-energy lifestyle. You never have to worry about your weight again. You don't have to worry about your disordered eating. You can get that and throw it in the bin along with your eating disorder. Easy, you know. Eat enough calories. 3,000 calories a day is not that much calories, you know. I like a high-energy lifestyle. I like to be able to, you know, go. This morning I went out cycling, and Troy Bayliss came out. And Troy Bayliss, he's a pretty cool guy, and he's a world champion superbike rider. And he goes pretty good on the bicycle too, I must admit. So, I mean, it's like, you know, like, if I didn't eat enough calories, I wouldn't be able to live the lifestyle I live. You know what I mean? It's like, all these people are saying, undereat. I'm a breatharian. Like, humans eat too much food. We're too fat because we eat so much. It's like we're so fat because we eat so much junk food, undereat on the good quality carbs like fruit, and we don't have any energy for any exercise. And the ones who do have energy for exercise, chances are they're on, you know, caffeine or pseudoephedrine and stuff like that. And it doesn't make them bad people. It's just that our basic human physiology, we need carbohydrates. We need sufficient glucose every day. So we've got sufficient glycogen. Learn about that. Read about glycogen. And then we'll have a better understanding of how much food we actually do need to eat. There's quite a lot of carbohydrates. There's minimal fat, minimal protein. We'll have a lot more energy. And you won't see my self-righteousness attitude as bad as it sounds, you know. So try that as an experiment. Eat over 3,000 calories a day from your favourite fruit. Or if you're not a fruit bat, yeah, go with your rice or whatever grains work for you, your millet or quinoa or kamut or spelt or whatever works for you, and eat a high-carb, low-fat, vegan or raw vegan diet and see how much ass you're kicking. Next question. What are good salad dressings? For me, I'm pretty simple. Yeah, a squeeze of orange or maybe a little bit of, you know, key lime. That does me. I used to like using a lot of vinegar and make a vinegar salad dressing, but I found, you know, vinegar's a little bit harsh personally. But hey, you know, what do you like to eat? Because what I like to eat and what you like to eat might be different things. There's no point me making a salad dressing for you if you're not going to eat it. So that's what I use, is orange, or not even any salad dressing. Next question. Doug Graham recommends a little exercise before eating because it's natural to move to get your food. I want to know your opinion on this. So Doug Graham, who's a legend in his own right, recommends a bit of exercise before eating. Because in nature, we'd have to move. We'd have to walk to the fruit tree. We'd have to chase away the birds to get to the fruit, etc. I think that's a good idea. But most people move. I mean, most people have got kids and they run around after the kids, chasing them around, picking them up. They run around cleaning, or running to the letterbox, or riding their bike to the shops, or going for a walk, or doing their sport. So I don't feel you need to do exercise before every meal. Is it a bad thing if you do a bit of movement, a bit of yoga before every meal? That's not a bad thing at all. Do an experiment and see if you feel better doing a bit of movement before your meal. Personally, I mean, I'm always on the go, unless I'm having a recovery day, but no, so I don't ever, have a rule that I must move before I eat, just because there's always something on it anyway. Next question, how much weight will I lose if I just eat fruit? Firstly, I don't think anyone should just eat fruit. I think, balanced, low-fat, raw vegan diets to go, enough greens and maybe occasionally nut and seed if you care for them. But eating just fruit, I think that's great for a time, but what's wrong with selling a bit of lettuce now and then, How much weight you're going to lose? I don't even know how much you weigh. I don't know how much exercise you do. I don't know what your goals are. But I know really obese people, they drop a lot of fat and fluid retention real quick. But don't do this diet for weight loss. Sure, it's the best diet for weight loss, but we want to do things more than just vanity. We want to do things for health, and if you're obese and you risk of heart disease and diabetes, then yeah, losing some weight's great. But if you're already pretty lean, dropping extra weight, maybe you want to put on some more muscle. You want to gain some muscle weight there. So eat enough calories and start doing your favourite sport, drink enough water, get enough sleep, and you'll be a good example for your friends and family. Please provide the numerical details of your derivation of 3,000 calorie minimum for everyone at any activity level. Also the details of the empirical data you base this on. I reckon that's a mathematician who wrote that question. I didn't come up to the 3,000 calorie because I read it in a book somewhere. I came up with that just based on society. When I see people in society, everyone's so fatigued generally. I mean, most of my athletes' friends have to do pseudoephedrine or caffeine or Red Bull or all these things just to have enough energy to go. Most people can't even do sport. They're so fatigued. I mean, riding their bike to the shop or walking down to the shop or carrying their children is a hard job for most people. Why? Because people are only on carb calories and they're eating heaps of fat to make up for the calorie deficit. So they're getting whacks of fat, and that's just, the fat we eat is the fat we store. The fat we eat is the fat we wear. So people are eating a lot of fat, not enough carbs, and they're getting fatter and fatter and fatter. And then there's some myth out there that carbs make us fat. So people cut back on the carbs, eat more fat, get fatter and fatter and fatter, more fatigued, fatter and fatter and fatter. So you cut out carbs, you cut out your exercise, you're going to gain fat. Simple as that. So how do I get to that 3,000 calorie minimum for everyone at any activity level? Well, that's what I see all the, high energy people are eating at least 3,000 calories a day. And I don't mean high energy, being able to sit there and talk high energy. I mean be able to live high energy, live with passion, have a lot of fitness, good health, good digestion, and just be able to, go with life rather than take things personally. So I've got no empirical data I can base this on. My details I derive this conclusion from is 3,000 calories is like a minimum for high energy lifestyle. Women who eat 3,000 calories a day, they're just rock solid. They're just not emotional roller coasters to be around. The people that eat the least, they're the hardest people to be around because they're just like, ah! They're freaking out left, right, and center, taking things personally, freaking out about their food, full on the drugs, wired. The guys eat 3,000 calories a day. They've got a lot of energy too. They're not like, wasting away, anorexic, emaciated, binge-prone, depressed wrecks. They're actually out there representing. So 3,000 calorie minimum for everyone at any activity level, that's what I recommend. If you're a child, of course, it's going to be a bit less. But I know plenty of kids that could do 3,000 calories a day and dominate in their sporting activities and just be a little bit more. And why do kids do drugs? Because they want more energy. That's the bottom physiological reason. They want more energy. So I say eat more carbs, get more energy, you'll be able to sleep better, you'll be more hydrated, you'll have more energy, and you won't be dependent on stimulants to get yourself through your teenage years. You'll be more emotionally poised when all your teenage friends are going crazy and snorting up coke and smoking bongs. You have enough energy to just say no and go through that and be a straight edge representation of health and fitness and the vegan lifestyle. So that's how I'm basing on 3,000 calories a day, aka 30 bananas a day, whatever fruit you like to eat. And if raw, you don't want to do raw, great. Eat enough rice, corn, pasta, or whatever cooked vegan food works for you. Get the calories in, high carb, low fat, become a champ in your community, and live the life you dreamed of.